Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's your boy Vic Sling Hope. And I got another video for y'all. In this video, I'm going to be covering the biggest lie that us men have been made to believe in the 21st century, which is that women are oppressed. Now, don't get me wrong. Does that mean that women don't go through things? No, it doesn't mean that. Do women go through things that is gender specific? Yes, they do. The same way that men do. Right? The same way that women also benefit from their gender. Same way that men also benefit from their gender. And I'm going to go into some things, and I want y'all to be patient with me. A lot of people get triggered, but I'm doing this video at the end of the day for the people who's rocking with me. So if you're rocking with me, make sure you like, you subscribe, you share, and help me make this video circulate, because it's very important, especially for the brothers. So let's get into it. The other day I asked y'all a question. I asked y'all, why is it that when men get some money, right, men are basically taught to get the money so you could get the girls, right? Or when he gets some money, he thinks about spending his money on some women, while at the same time women are taught, right, or they're raised to think, or when they get some money, they think, I don't need a man, right? So it's two different ideologies that is being taught to two separate genders, right? On the one hand, they're telling the man, yeah, work hard, bust your ass, get the money so you could take care of some girl. And she's being told, bust your ass, work hard, get the money so you can take care of yourself. So you don't got to worry about no man, right? And I get where that comes from, right? But just look at it. We as men, so I'm going to get into that conversation. Let's look at the upbringing. For example, since we were raised, right, since we was kids, we have been taught and trained to neglect ourselves. That's something that has just been happening, right? When we are children, if we fall and scrape our knee, our parents will, shoo us away and be like, oh, toughen up, don't cry, suck it up. They couldn't even tend to our own needs, right, as children. But when our sister will fall, or when a woman falls and scrapes her knee, everybody runs to her. Everybody, showers her with care, with concern, right, with understanding, right? So boys grow up seeing that. Men grow up seeing how my feelings don't matter. Don't put yourself before this woman, this person. And then we get taught to grow up, work hard, make some money, take care of your family, right? It's like everything that a man does, we always being told to do it for this woman, to do it for your kids, do it for your family. And your family sometimes involves moms. A lot of moms, sometimes they think their son is supposed to be the one who buys them a car. He's supposed to be the one who buys them a home. He's supposed to be the one who take care of the family. We see this all the time. So men are raised like that from the upbringing, right? He knows that he can't whine, he can't complain. I'll give you another example. As a boy growing up, when somebody steals your shit, your parents are more prone to go tell you to go get it yourself. They'll tell you, like, go get your shit. A girl, on the other hand, the parents might show up. They might come to the school, or they might send the brother or the cousin. So it's a whole different type of care system that we grow up with, right? So, and in the way this is neglect, this is what's happening. You're neglecting this man, this boy. He can't express himself, and then you're neglecting him. So he grows up with that. When he gets older, this is just the upbringing. So we are raised this way. We see how they pay more attention to our sisters than our brothers. Boom. And it goes far, right? For example, let me get to the next portion of this, right? So for example, now we get to self-neglect adulthood. So we've been neglected as we was children, and then when we get to adulthood, we continue to neglect ourselves, because this is something that has already happened when we was children. We've been programmed, we've been conditioned. So now back to categories, because women love running with the rhetoric and the narrative that they are oppressed. They are the most oppressed group in society, X, Y, Z. And we believe it. And men believe that so much so to the point that we neglect our own health. We neglect our own selves. Right? And I'm going to give you an example. Women only, when it comes to oppression, right? Women lead in 3 categories. That is, maybe if you want to run with, they don't get paid the same like men. If you want to run with domestic violence. And if you want to run with rape. Now let's get into it. If you want to talk about rape, let's go backwards, right? Rape, men get raped too. I don't know if it's at the same rate. I don't know if it's less, more. I don't know. You know why? Because a lot of men who get raped don't report it. A lot of men who get molested by women, they think it's okay, right? Like if a 15-year-old boy slept with a 32-year-old woman, he might have thought that was cool, but it's really molestation, right? And if a boy or a man gets raped by another man, he's not gonna feel comfortable coming out to speak about that, right? He's gonna feel shamed. He's gonna feel embarrassed. He's not gonna want to talk about that. So we might not never know. And he damn near probably not even gonna call the police on this person. So we don't really know the numbers. And I'm not saying, again, I'm not saying that man is more than woman. I'm just saying that a lot of cases of men don't get reported. They don't call the police because of these things. Now, if we get to domestic violence, okay, maybe we could get that to women, right? But they could have that. When it comes to pay, the reason why women get less money than men, this is not my rules. This is not what I made up. This is what it is. It's because women are considered a work liability, because woman is the primary caretaker. So even if you live in a household with two parents, when they call you from school, they're gonna call the mom. When your son gets sick, they're gonna call the mom. Why? Because it's a societal thing. Like, women are raised to be nurturers and caretakers. From when they're babies, they give them baby dolls to play with. They give them little bottles to put in the baby mouth. We get action figures. We get little construction blocks. We are programmed from young. Men are going to be this way and women are going to be nurturers and caretakers. So when you get older, this is what happens. So because a woman has to take off for work a lot, I'm not telling you what I made up. This is how they rationalized it in their mind. So they look at it like, if I got to keep giving you off, if I got to let you go whenever you got a child, this is why a lot of employers ask you if you got kids. So they look at it as a financial liability. And on top of that, the man is still responsible to be a provider. So if a man is still supposed to take care of you, if he's still supposed to pay your bills, if he's still supposed to get you groceries and clothe you, then they're looking at it like, why do you need to get paid just like men if he got to still pay all of these things, all of these bills and all of these liabilities, right? Because that's really what it is. So anyway, that's just the reasoning. So anyway, fast forward. But in every other category, men are leading. Every other category. When it comes to homelessness, men are leading. When it comes to unemployment, men are leading. When it comes to victims of violent crimes, men are leading. When it comes to victims of homicide, men are leading. When it comes to victims of robberies, men are leading. When it comes to suicide rates, when it comes to a whole bunch of things, men are leading. But guess what? Nobody ever says men are oppressed. Nobody ever says we need to help these men. Why do you think men kill themselves at these high rates? Because they're stressed out. No, some men have no good partners or ungrateful women by their sides who expect a certain thing. But society does that too, right? Our women in society just expect the man to, like, bro, figure it out. We don't care how you feeling. We don't care what you're going through. Figure that shit out. This is literally how we've been raised since we was kids. I just gave you the scenario. When something happens to a woman, we run, we help them, we aid them. When something happens to a man, figure that shit out. This is literally the mindset of the society that we live in. Figure that shit out, bro. So when you get older and you're dealing with life stresses and you can't go to nobody to talk to and you can't cope and you got a partner that's not willing to help you. Like, you got women out here who say, if you don't make enough money, go get a second job, go get a third job. Instead of her thinking like, you know what, let me not kill my man. Let me help him. Let me get a job. Let me get a side hustle too. Let's try to create a business. Then they want you to spend all your bread on them while they could work nowadays. Now, if you got children, I could understand that. But if there's no kids involved, and even after the kids get to a certain age, if you're not trying to figure out getting a job from working from home or a side hustle or doing certain things, it's a problem. I think you should get rid of that woman. And I'm just here to tell brothers, like, we got to stop self-neglecting ourselves. And this is why I say the biggest lie that we've been told today is that women are oppressed. And we get told that so much in universities and social media and all of these things, to the point that we start to neglect our own selves. We start to not take care of our mental health. We kill ourselves. Men kill themselves all the time. We built society. We build bridges, tunnels. We make the world go round. It is what it is. Do women help? Yes, they do. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times men are carrying the bigger load. And I'm not trying to say that to create this competition. Let's just be real. Women do their part too. But I'm just saying, like, we kill ourselves day in and day out so that society, so that the world could be a certain place. And we do that for our families because we've been taught that kill yourself, right? So today, when men are saying things like, nah, I'm not going to kill myself no more. I'm going to pay attention to my mental health. I'm going to do certain things. I'm going to look for a partner who contributes. I'm going to, get some help too. They want to look at you like, oh, you less than a man. Oh, you're not that masculine. Oh, you not this or you not that. But I'm here to tell you, brothers, don't let these sisters tell you that, because of a woman that really cares for you, she's going to help you because she doesn't want nothing bad to happen to you. Which takes me into the next thing, right? Of when we talk about domestic violence, yeah, a lot of women are holding the short end of the stick, right? But it's also, let's not forget situations where women are also the reason why men are getting killed. We got situations where women start problems, and then they call their brothers, they call their uncles, they call their fathers, they call their boyfriends, and something violent ends up happening, right? Because again, men are more prone to die at the hands of a man than a woman is prone to die at the hands of a man, right? But this is the things we don't talk about in society. So they keep feeding us this narrative that women are so oppressed and that they need so much help and that they need so much assistance, to the point that we men are neglecting ourselves. And like I told you, I could go look this information up. We're leading in homicides. Men get killed at a higher rate than women. We are homelessness, joblessness, suicide rate, all of those things, right? So there's some privilege for women and there's some privilege for men. Like I said before, women are, and this might be the only country where a woman could be broke, have no food, and have no place to live, and she can go open up her legs, get pregnant, and now the government will step in, give her housing, give her food, and give her money. Men can't do that. So there's some things that women benefit from, and there's some things that men benefit from. But let's stop the narrative of women are so oppressed, because like I just gave you the scenario, men are leading in every category except maybe for domestic violence, and rape, and you have a case for wages, right? But other than that, men lead in every other category. So let's take care of ourselves. Let's not get tricked and bamboozled by like the shit that society is pushing out there, and let's focus on ourselves, and let's be whole, because we can't give nobody nothing unless we are in a state where our mental is right and our physical and our spiritual. So hopefully this video benefits y'all. Share it if you like it. Let me know what y'all thoughts are in the comment section. Till next time, peace. Y'all better not say nothing about my sweat either.